That would be the full moon above Sydney, Australia. And we're going to have a look at the Trezor Bitcoin hardware wallet. Let's check this device out and learn. I actually purchased two Trezor hardware Bitcoin wallets. I purchased them each for $119 US, although I paid in Bitcoin at buytrezor.com. The wallets took about 2 weeks after I paid to arrive here from the Czech Republic to Sydney, Australia. By the packaging here, you can see that it has the plastic coating. It also has the holographic seal there, and the package is actually kind of glued up, so to open it takes a bit of effort, and you can really see if you've been in the if someone's been into that package or not. So you have the directions here. I purchased some extra cabling because this cable here is good for a laptop, but I have the desktop machine here, computer, so I've bought that. This is the device, and you can see that it's quite small and dainty, and this here is the seed booklet. Of course, you could use any paper or something else, but so this is for the recording of your seed, which is very important. Before we start, let's note that this device does not store Bitcoins. It allows us access to our Bitcoins that are on the blockchain that is distributed amongst computers around planet Earth. So this device does not store Bitcoins. First up, plug the device into your computer and go to mytrezor.com. At mytrezor.com, the first graphic you will see is Get Started, and basically you want to download the plugin. Trezor term this the bridge, and indeed it is a bridge between your web browser and the actual Trezor hardware Bitcoin wallet device, so that they can kind of talk with one another, if you will. Now, you could be using another web browser like Firefox, etc. So, and you can choose your operating system right here, of course. One thing to note is that you may need to update your operating system. I had to do this. I had Macintosh's OS X 10.7.5, and I had to update that to a newer edition. Indeed, you may need to do the same with your web browser also if it is a few years old. Another thing to note is that other wallets can use the Trezor device also, so they would have their own plugins, such as a plugin for the Electrum wallet or Green Address as well with their Greenbits wallet, etc. But anyway, for now, we're going to use the Trezor web wallet, and we're going to download the plugin. The next step is to locate the Trezor plugin, which doesn't take long to download, maybe a minute or so, and click on it, and you will find a window like this, and you need to kind of grab the plugin and put it into your plugins folder. For the purpose of this tutorial, I've actually taped the Trezor device to the screen of the computer. We return now to the mytrezor.com webpage, and we can see that the Trezor device is plugged in. You may need to refresh the page, and you should get a graphic like this or similar to this. Note over here that you can recover the seed, so you can make recoveries. The main thing with these devices is that you have the seed. But anyway, before we do that, we can label the device here. So I'll do that right now. And we label the device, and we'll just step back a bit and continue. And as you can see, two things happen there. So we've got the numbers and the device, and this is on the computer here on the website. So we can now put in the PIN number, and we use the configuration off here. So I'm going to put in a simple pin number. So we'll do, say, 1, 2, 3, 4. So going off there, I'm going to go 1, and then 2, 3, and then 4, so that it matches, the configuration matches. And here we can see fine, it tells me that those are fine. So I'll now push enter, click enter. Now you can see that we're going to do it again to confirm, and on here the configuration on the device, the configuration of the numbers has changed the position. So this, for keyloggers and so forth, people who are hacking your computer, they can't see onto the Trezor device. So now we're going to put that in again. So we'll find 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and confirm. Now we have a different graphic here, and this is the seed, and we have the graphic here also. So, and we have a word on here. Now the recovery seed is the most important part, and with the device we are keeping the seed off the computer, so it's on the device, so it's not being looked at by hackers, for example, into your computer. So what we're going to do now is take note of the seed. Now you could write the seed in this booklet here. I'm not going to write this particular seed in the booklet. I'm just going to put it down on some separate paper. So the first word is garlic, and I'll write garlic down. Garlic. And then for the next word I push next, so that's the, and then we get the second word, and I'll write that in also, which is mirror, and you need the right order. So what we'll do is keep going through this process. Next, and as you can see here, it says write down the third word of your recovery seed. So we'll write down this word here, which is enable. Enable. And so on. Okay, I've now written down the key. This is the private key to my Bitcoin wallet. So what it's going to ask me to do now is to double check this, and it's something you should take seriously. You need to be sure that your private key is how it is supposed to be. So we now go back to the first word, and we're just going to go through and double check. So we can do this, and then you just keep going through like so, checking that the words are correct. Go right through. Once that's done, we get to this stage here, and it's now loading up the Trezor wallet, loading up your account. So here's the Trezor wallet, and you can see that congratulations, your wallet is now ready to use, and we can go here, and we have a QR code here that we can scan to this is the public address. So we can use this, people can use this to send Bitcoins to this wallet. And here we have a send area, so we can put someone's address in here and details also. And then we will sign out, and we will indeed need to use the device to sign transactions out. Over here we can create more accounts also, but we need to put sort of more Bitcoins in to create more accounts. So you need Bitcoins in account 1 first. But notably, each of these accounts would have its own kind of private key built off the seed, if you will. It's called a deterministic wallet system. So that's quite interesting also. So you can have multiple accounts down here with a kind of different private key, if you will, although it's all accessible via the key that we have, and that key is this series of words here. Now you should have 2 lots of this series of words. It should all be correct, and I would suggest that you have it hidden in at least 2 places where it's completely safe, because this is the key to your Bitcoins. As I said, the Bitcoins are not kept on the Trezor wallet. Your Bitcoins are not on this hardware device, as strange as that may seem. They're part of the blockchain, as I've mentioned before, and your access to them is actually this series of words here. So keep them in a couple of places, and also keep your PIN, and basically don't lose this series of words. If you do, you lose your Bitcoins. If you lose this, it doesn't matter. And if someone tries to use it and they get the PIN wrong, they have to keep trying, and each time it slows down as they try to use the PIN. It actually doubles each time. So if this device goes missing, it doesn't matter. But if someone gets their hands on this information, your Bitcoins will be gone. They will take them. So what I'll do right now is I'll send some Bitcoin to this address here, which you have the public address, so you have the string of numbers here, and this is the public address right here. These are the ones that you can show other people, and they can send Bitcoins to this address. You can even bring more. I can kind of change the address, if you will. Here is another address now that will that I can use for people to send Bitcoins, but we'll use this one here. You'll notice the QR code changes. So these two here correspond basically. It's the same information. If I press that one there, it'll be the same information. So going back here, and what I'm going to do is scan that address. So this is my Bitcoin wallet on my phone, and I'm just scanning that QR code there, and I'm now going to send some Bitcoin. So we'll just go into here, and I'll put in as far as the Bitcoin goes, say 0.004 Bitcoin, and okay that. You can see the miners fee there of 4 cents Australian, and I'll push send, and that is now broadcasting, and you can see up here already that the screen flashed sort of kind of straight away in a way, and you can see over here that in the account we have the 0.004 Bitcoin there, so that's received to that address. I'll leave it at that. To finish up, I like the Trezor device. It's certainly assuring to not have to use the keyboard to type on your computer, thus hackers and keyloggers can't get to your affairs, your Bitcoin affairs that way, so to speak. Protect that seed, that's the main thing, and I'll leave it at that. Bye for now.